Hey, at your leisure, Nick Chase here in the beautiful sunshine state of Florida. This is actually my first time in the state of Florida, and if there's one thing that I've learned already, it is that this place is beautiful with an immeasurable amount of natural springs. We'll be looking at two today, both in the Ponce de Leon area. This first one is Morrison Springs, and it is what I have found out that the locals call Gin Clear. The high-clarity waters of Morrison Springs are located along the Choctawhatchee River, and even though it's currently experiencing high waters due to hurricane season, that hasn't stopped this from being one of the most relaxing places to have a day out on the water in Northwest Florida.
You can paddleboard, you can go boating, fishing, swimming, diving, kayaking, canoeing, anything you can think of on the water. It's just so enjoyable in the summer when it gets down to, in Florida, it's 100 plus degrees and the water's usually 65 degrees year round. And also, it's not scummy, it's all sand, and the nature that grows around the freshwater is so pretty, so it's just enticing all around.
The boardwalk surrounded by dense vegetation is perfect for seeing signs of wildlife, like den trees which have died and now create habitats for wildlife to live in or search for food. However, underneath the boardwalk is where the real magic of Morrison Springs exists. The underwater habitat is an exciting place for those brave enough to dive in deep.
The big draw is the cave systems that these rivers come up through. It's where the aquifers and the water finds its way through the limestone, and they'll spend a couple hours down there just exploring. It's crazy what's underneath the ground here. You don't really realize it's there.
And if you were looking for something a little more family friendly, then you can come here to Vortex Spring, where they have everything from water sliding to rope swinging, as you can see behind me, and even diving and snorkeling. The multiple use area has something for every member of the family, so much so that it's easy to lose track of time and spend the whole day enjoying every bit of what it has to offer.
Vortex has slides that are just all over the place, rope swings, little things you could jump off of. Water's a little bit warmer, and it's part of a river system, so it kind of branches down. So there's a little bit more space, and kind of like going to the beach. Bring some food, bring some friends, and everyone's just hanging out. The water is as shallow as you need it to be for kids, but it's also deep for people who want to go snorkeling or free diving, probably 60 feet at its deepest. It's geared more towards the novice divers so they can learn, and you'll see that if you're snorkeling. They're down there explaining. You can see them talking, doing hand movements and stuff,
And while Florida has some incredible beaches, take it from the locals. These springs are well worth the visit.
For me, a Floridian, when I get up in the middle of the summer and it's 100 degrees out and I want to go get wet, I'm not going to the beach, I'm going to the springs.
Next time you take a vacation, avoid the crowds and seek out the water less paddled at one of the many incredible springs in Florida. For At Your Leisure and this week's Where To, I'm Nick Chase.